All right, so now what we need to do, let's get in here and let's add some trim pieces. And if I take a look at my photographs, you can see that we're gonna need some, the trim kind of wrapping. Let's talk about the front first. I mean, we have this kind of scenario happening above all of our windows. So that might be like an easy place to start, is to just model one of these and copy it around and then just stretch it as needed. And then adding these trim pieces is going to be a pretty quick and easy task. I would probably use Profile Builder, but I gotta say that it might just be faster for me to just kind of do a quick offset and pull the trim out, because if it's a rendering model, it's not going to be used for construction documents. So I don't need this trim work to be all grouped and everything. I think I can just kind of cheat and do it quick, since this is just a rendering project. So all right, so what we're going to do first is we're going to build, we'll just build this one, and we'll call it 3/4 inch deep. This will be maybe 1.5 inches, and yeah, let's just hop in there, get to it, and let's see. All right, so first off, I'm going to just start with a guideline through another guideline. I don't know, 6 inches. Let's look at it. So 6 inches might be a little high, so maybe 2 inches down. I'm going to call it. I'm going to call this 5.5, and then we'll copy it up again by 1.5, like that. All right, so that'll be kind of the layout here. And if I hover on this guideline, hold Shift, and then snap to that point, we get 1 and 2, and then I'm going to pull this out like that, and that was 1 inch, and then I'm going to pull it out again by 1/2 inch, and pull that out by 1/2 inch, and I'm cheating a little bit. It's okay. If for a rendering, it can be a little exaggerated to cast some good shadows. If I was working on a model that's going to turn into construction documents, maybe I'd pay a little more attention. But we're never going to section these details, section the trim piece. You would just draft a detail and call it what it is. All right, and let me look at my photograph again and check. Roughly, the rule is like maybe 3 inches, and looks like another 3 inches out off that, or maybe 2 inches. All right, so we're going to pull this out by 2, and then pull this out by 2. That looks a little bit much. We're going to call it 1, like that. So we're going to pull this out by 1, and then double click. All right, and then I goofed up because I didn't make this a group from the beginning. Watch this. I'm going to copy these two surfaces, and then I'm going to hit Control Z and get this all the way back, and then I'm going to do a paste in place. I'm going to make them a group, and then I'm just going to push this back like that. How about that? That way I don't have to kind of sort it out. I could make this a component, and then I can make a copy of it. And actually, before I do that, I can see that we're going to want like a 3.5 inch trim piece. So let me do this. We're going to call this 3.5. And then we're going to do another 1 inch. I'll do 1.5. All right. So we're going to snap this back here and call it 3.5, and then we're going to do another 1.5. I suppose I could have just typed in 5. That would have been easier. All right, so we're doing that because we're going to have like a, this trim piece around here. I'll try using Profile Builder, but when you're using it for such a simple trim piece, sometimes it's easier just to pull it, but we'll get there. All right, let's just add these. I'm going to make a copy of this straight down the line like that, and then make a copy of this over here, and then I can move this down, and then you don't want to forget that this is a component and this is attached. If I edit this, it's going to kind of goof up the other ones. All right, so I need to right click on it and choose make unique, and now I can do that same deal where I'm going to kind of scoot these to the end and then call it 5, and then scoot it to the end and call it 5 again. So there, and then 5. All right, so then we're good there. And I think that really I just need to add these to all my windows. So let's do that. If I tap my rotate tool, tap the up arrow key, and if I rotate about this point and tap control, type in 90, then I can just kind of scoot this whole thing in one shot. That should be lining up pretty clean. Let's see, where's my midpoint? I don't know if I got a midpoint. Like that, and we'll want to scoot it down. All right, again, make unique, like that, and scoot this to the end, like that, and then another 5, and scoot this to the end, like that, and then we'll do another 5. And I kind of, this whole thing is a little bit goofed up, the brick molding and all that, and whether you're wanting to be perfect on that, I suppose I could just push that 2.5, 2.5, and just kind of back that off. Yeah, that's easy enough. We'll just do it over here as well. So with the push pull, like that. So we're good to go. That way it's at least modeled correctly. And then let's see. I think I'll just make another copy of this at 90 degrees and scoot it over here like that. And you can just throw it up here like that, and maybe this is an easier way. Call it 5 that way, and then make it unique. That's an easy thing to forget, is to making, if you don't make it unique, then you're going to get back to the other side, and the other side is going to be goofed up like that. All right, so that's cool. And then we just got a couple more windows over here. And so for this one, we'll just do a rotating on the blue axis like this, 90 degrees. And now we can scoot it straight over here. And we can snap to there, move it 5 inches, make unique, like that. And we'll scoot this guy into place. All right, and then another 5. All right, and then this one, I think that we were kind of using the same rules, so I'm just going to copy it from midpoint to midpoint, make unique, and I don't know, we could, it's easier just to stick with what I'm doing. Let's not bother with any guidelines or anything. I got to kind of select that piece that I can't see, and like that, and then 5 inches. And 5 inches, that. All right, get all those in place. And I assume that the same thing is happening above that door. Yeah, same trim piece. So we'll just do the exact same deal. And we'll make a copy from here to here. And then make unique, like that. And scoot this guy over like that, and then 5 more inches. All right, we're good. In good shape there. All right, so now here's, you always want to save it. And if you like this video, click the BD button to subscribe to our channel. Every week we post new videos covering SketchUp, Layout, Lumion, and our Condoc Tools extension. If you are a professional architect or interior designer, you're going to love our tutorials.